How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Jose Show. Happy Wednesday. I cannot believe that it is already the middle of the week, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, let's get into the hot business, shall we? Because the tea is better than ever. Now let's talk about Kim Kardashian. So Kim Kardashian's got a new boo, and he's fully charged. Her brand new 30,000 Tesla robot took the spotlight as they posed away in a wildly bizarre photo shoot. Well, the reality queen was seen on Tuesday with the bot on her Instagram, and she posed topless under a puffy jacket and black stockings, casually appearing to straddle the bot's lap in the driver's seat of a Tesla cyber cab. So Kim was fully in her cyber queen era during this nighttime shoot. She amped up the tease factor by holding hands with her Tesla bot to give off some serious date night vibes. Well, of course, Kim's followers were scratching their heads, branding the alien emoji caption pics as straight up weird. But let's be real. Kim probably doesn't care, especially as she's a total fangirl of Elon Musk's Tesla products. She was pulled over driving her custom Cybertruck in California last week, and she shared a video of her Optimus personal assistant robot earlier this week. Okay, so this is really creepy what I'm hearing here. If Kim Kardashian now has an obsession with robots, then I believe that Kim Kardashian might as well marry one at this point. And I'm pretty sure that Tesla robot that she's with right now, I'm pretty sure could even give her really good sex too. Who knows? I mean, if it wasn't really good with Kanye West, and if the sex wasn't really good with Pete Davidson, then I mean, I'm sure that this Tesla robot will definitely satisfy Kim Kardashian sexually. And I'm pretty sure that this Tesla robot will also cuddle and kiss and also take Kim Kardashian to God knows where all over the world and make her very happy. I mean, hey, that's the world that we be living in now that technology is getting more advanced, unfortunately. And it's really scary and it's really funny too, because I do think that Kim Kardashian should just focus on actually getting a human being to be with her instead of being with the freaking robot, because God forbid that freaking robot ends up dying, and by dying, I mean dying in batteries, and then Kim Kardashian is definitely screwed. Or God forbid that this freaking robot ends up getting malfunctioned in the middle of the rain, or ends up getting malfunctioned because of something else, and then Kim Kardashian is over here suffering to death, all sad like, oh my God, where's my boyfriend, the robot? Oh my God, I really love this robot. Oh my God, this robot is my only chance to love, and my only chance to marry, and my only chance to actually have a really good life with. OMG. Like, oh my goodness, we really are going so darn low these days, and actually depending on a freaking robot to make us happy in life. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm sure that this freaking robot of hers doesn't even have any freaking emotions. I'm sure that this freaking robot is just, one of those robots that if you say something to that robot will do whatever it tells you to do, of course, but that's it. It's like emotionless, basically. And also, it's really creepy, by the way, that if you go off and tell this robot, hey robot, can you please check in on my kids at 2 a.m. to see if they're actually asleep, and then that robot is actually walking into Kim Kardashian's kids' rooms and seeing if they're actually asleep, and then the poor kids wake up all horrified because a freaking robot is checking in on them like, like, that's just so freaking creepy. That's just so freaking scary. Like, what in the world, man? Like, I don't know, man, but in the world that we live in, we are getting messed up. We are getting messed up, and Kim, I think that you really need some therapy. Lots of therapy. And I'm not saying it to be mean, and I'm not saying it to be very, very mean. Okay, so anywho, yeah, I guess it's safe to call Kim Kardashian Tesla, or Kim Tesla. Here comes the bride, getting married to a Tesla robot. On to the next topic. Now let's talk about Travis Scott, shall we? So Travis Scott's finally playing the gig that's been 5 years in the making. He secured a special guest spot at Coachella 2025, TMZ Hip Hop has learned. Alright, so sources with direct knowledge of the festival's next lineup tell us Travis will hit the stage Saturday night for what will mark his first time back at Coachella since 2017. Not that he and the concert organizers haven't tried several times to get him back there since then. Alright, so Travis was originally supposed to be a headliner in 2020, but the COVID pandemic shut that down. Alright, so then Travis was supposed to be on stage, but it never happened in 2022, unfortunately. But the Astroworld tragedy happened in Houston in late 2021, so he was taken off the lineup because of that. Alright, so anyways, he's joining a stacked slate of performers too. Post Malone already announced he's headlining with the coveted Sunday night slot, but TMZ has also confirmed that Lady Gaga and Green Day will be the other headliners. Alright, so when Travis played in 2017, he was a sub-headliner, but TMZ is told that he'll be the closing act for Saturday night at the Renowned Festival. Okay, so this is really insane. I believe that Travis Scott deserves to be on that stage because Travis Scott is, really talented, of course. And yes, I understand that he went through a huge controversy a few years ago in one of his concerts because unfortunately there was a huge tragedy going on in one of his concerts where people were getting suffocated and then they ended up dying after that. And a lot of people were pointing fingers at Travis Scott, that Travis Scott was a lot to blame for because Travis Scott did not pay any attention at all, or he was acting stupid while a bunch of people were going off getting suffocated in the middle of his concert, and how dare he be that way and this and that. But here's the thing though, and it's not to be defending Travis Scott. I personally believe that the reason to why Travis Scott wasn't able to pay attention, or he wasn't able to acknowledge the fact that people were dying at his concert 3 years ago, is because since the concert first and foremost was in a stadium, and stadiums are huge by the way, and since a bunch of people especially were at that stadium, it was hard for Travis Scott to be paying attention that there was people dying in that concert of his. Okay, I mean, if the concert would have been smaller, then of course Travis Scott would have been able to pay attention, and he would have been able to, get some action immediately about the situation. And here's the thing, I'm sure that these people that were suffocating were the same people that weren't even in the VIP section. They might have been like way far back, so I mean that could be another reason to why Travis Scott wasn't able to really acknowledge what was really happening. So there's also that, so we have to be considerate of that situation as well. And yes, I mean, Travis Scott, of course, he dated a Kardashian, or might be still dating a Kardashian, who knows, because I mean, hey, those Kardashians, they really love to get those boys, especially those black boys, just like Travis Scott, for example. And I mean, yes, I do believe that it's really controversial that he was dating or is dating a Kardashian still, or a Jenner still. But here's the thing though, I mean, I feel like when it comes to you performing at a concert, especially a huge event concert like Coachella, for example, I don't think that you should really care if the person had any controversies in the past, or if the person really, of course, is dating this certain person or did this certain thing. I mean, as long as the person, especially an artist like Travis Scott, didn't go off and murder someone, or didn't go off and rape someone, or didn't go off and do something racist or do something misogynistic towards someone, then I mean, I believe that the person should be good after all. I feel like there shouldn't be any dirt being put on Travis Scott at all. I feel like Travis Scott should be perfectly fine after all. And at the end of the day, I mean, he's over here just grinding and hustling, and he's just doing his own thing after all as a hip-hop artist, just like any other hip-hop artist. For example, I mean, if Post Malone is able to be there to headline, if Lady Gaga is able to be there to headline, then I mean, why not Travis Scott? Why not him? But anyways, yeah, good luck to Travis Scott on his guest act, on his guest role in this Coachella event, which is coming really soon. All right, now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about something really sad. So Harry Styles and members of One Direction arrived at a London area church on Wednesday to say their goodbyes to Liam Payne, just over a month after the singer's death. Alright, so the private service is taking place at St. Mary's Church in Amsterdam, not far from Wolverhampton, the city near Birmingham, where he was born. So Liam's coffin arrived in a horse-drawn carriage, carrying floral tributes spelling out Daddy and Son. Another floral display showed a bowling ball crashing through pins, reportedly a nod to the star's love of the game. So candle lanterns and white roses adorned the outside of the church as several men carried the coffin into the house of worship in front of Liam's parents, Karen and Geoff. So Liam's former One Direction bandmates, including Harry, Zayn Malik, Louis Tomlinson, and Al Horn, were seen entering the church. Harry was spotted getting visibly emotional as he walked in. Alright, so each of the four men wore traditional black suits and covered their eyes with dark sunglasses. Niall was seen giving hugs to at least one other mourner in attendance. Kate Cassidy, Liam's girlfriend, who was with him in Argentina days before he passed away, arrived in an all-black outfit including a puffy fur-lined coat and thick sunglasses. Elizabeth Hurley's son, model Damien Hurley, walked alongside her. Alright, so also in attendance was Cheryl Cole, the mother of Liam's son Bear, and her bandmates from the pop group Girls Aloud, Nicola Roberts and Kimberly Walsh. So Simon Cowell, who met Liam when he was only 14 and auditioned for the X Factor, was also in attendance. He was accompanied by his fiancée Lauren Silverman, wearing a black blazer that matched Cowell's own. Okay, so Cowell stopped to speak with Liam's parents outside the service, appearing to console Karen as she broke down in tears, while Geoff put his own reassuring hand on Simon's back. Alright, so Lauren came up and hugged both Geoff and Karen during this convo, and it seems clear the four are truly sharing in each other's grief. Other stars, including James Corden, were also in attendance, and dozens of fans and local people came out to watch the procession as well. Alright, so as TMZ reported, Liam died after falling from the third floor balcony of his hotel suite in Buenos Aires on October 16. Okay, so this is really sad that Liam Payne is going to be buried today, or already got buried, because it must hurt having to say goodbye to your loved one, to your close loved one that's meant so much to you, that was, there for you especially, and that, you consider that person to be your everything, and you had so many beautiful memories with, and you, of course, had so many beautiful illusions with, just like with Liam's girlfriend, for example. Liam's girlfriend had the high illusions to get married to Liam Payne and to have a beautiful life with Liam Payne, and this and that, and unfortunately, all of a sudden, Liam's life got taken away, and then I feel so sorry for Liam's child Bear, that unfortunately now he no longer has a dad to look up to and to be with, especially at such a young age. I can't imagine just how horrible that feels, and just how heartbreaking it feels too for Liam's parents to be acknowledging and to be witnessing that their own son is getting buried, and that their own son isn't going to be back into this world anymore. Like, Jesus. It really does break my heart, especially because Liam Payne was one of the brightest stars out there, that had such a beautiful soul. He had such a beautiful voice. He had such a beautiful relationship with everyone. And the One Direction stars especially, man, I just can't imagine just how torn apart they feel right now, just having to witness their own bandmate getting buried, their own bandmate dead. And to be honest, I don't think that One Direction is going to be the same anymore without Liam Payne. I don't think so. And, a lot of people are saying that this whole entire situation was not a suicide, because apparently he was given drugs from apparently a hotel employee the same day that he passed away. And I do think personally that the hotel employee might have killed Liam Payne, and I'm sure that hotel employee had a lot of bad intentions towards Liam Payne, because I do believe that a person with bad intentions will do what it takes to take away a person's life, especially when they know that drugs will harm them to death. And I really hope that, a really, really good justice is being served here, because this is just so darn evil. This is just so darn sad that this is happening. And what really makes me sad too, by the way, is, just having to notice that the person that you least expected, like Liam Payne, for example, that was so energetic, that had a whole entire life ahead of him, that had a bunch of plans ahead of him. And one of them, by the way, was getting married to his girlfriend, by the way, because Liam Payne wrote a letter to his girlfriend just days before he passed away that he wanted to get married to her. That now unexpectedly all of that gets torn down, all those plans get torn down, and all of a sudden now Liam Payne is in a grave now. Like, that's a nightmare to be noticing. That's like a huge nightmare right there. And man, just words can't explain, man, how difficult this must be to process for everyone that looked up to Liam Payne, especially to all the fans out there that were really looking up to Liam Payne, that really considered him a role model. Oh Lord, peace on earth, peace for the family of Liam Payne, peace for the fans of Liam Payne, peace for his girlfriend, for his son Bear, for everybody out there that was really close to Liam Payne. Love, and lots of love especially, and light. May he rest in peace, Liam Payne. Now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Miley Cyrus, shall we? So Miley Cyrus is speaking out in defense of fellow pop star Chappell Roan, who has faced an immense amount of backlash since skyrocketing to fame this year. So, the former Disney Channel star addressed Chappell's bumpy road to stardom in a new cover story for Harper's Bazaar, where she urged her fans to treat the newcomer with kindness, noting it's really hard coming into the business. So, as Miley put it, she wished people would not give Chappell a hard time since being a celeb in the social media age is particularly tough. She added, that wasn't always a part of my life and I'm not a part of it now. I don't even have my Instagram password. Alright, so Miley and Chappell previously met when Cyrus invited the hot to-go singer to a party this summer. So the invitation came after Chappell found herself in hot water over a number of controversial moments. She first sparked backlash in August when she called out creepy fans who were violating her boundaries. Alright, so she essentially told her fans to leave her alone while out in public, stating she didn't owe them anything when not performing. This prompted mixed reactions, with some accusing the rising star of being a diva. Okay, so Chappell Roan was slammed online again after she refused to endorse Kamala Harris for president, with many speculating that she might have been a Donald Trump supporter. However, Chappell later clarified she was not voting for Trump, but says she didn't support the Harris campaign, citing the current administration's handling of the Israel-Hamas war as a reason. Alright, so Chappell has also had a few heated exchanges with photographers, with the pop star notably cussing out one photographer at this year's MTV Video Music Awards. Okay, so I believe that it is really cruel and it's really stupid that so many people are backlashing Chappell Roan, because Chappell Roan is a human being, and Chappell Roan, by the way, is a new female artist that deserves to have her own shine and her own confidence. And by the way, Chappell Roan isn't doing anything wrong at all after what I just read here, because Chappell Roan basically was calling all of the fans that were all up in her boundaries creepy, which to me is actually very valid, because I do think that it's really creepy when somebody is all up in your boundaries. And then the fact that Chappell Roan was not supporting Kamala Harris because of the fact that the Israel-Hamas thing was going on and could still be going on, by the way, I mean, is also valid, because I mean, everybody has their own points of view and their own opinions on what they think about politics, and that's perfectly fine. Also, Chappell Roan isn't even supporting Donald Trump, so I mean, why even backlash the one and only Chappell Roan anyways? And another thing is that, you know, Chappell is, you know, a very kind, sweet-hearted person. I've seen it myself. I mean, I have never met Chappell Roan in person, but I've seen it myself that she is, you know, very down to earth, and that she is all about being honest, and she's all about her own career. And, you know, the fact that Miley Cyrus is defending Chappell Roan to me is definitely super, super good, because Miley Cyrus herself is also a female artist, and of course, Miley Cyrus has gone through so much controversies as well, and through so much backlash as well, that she definitely knows how it feels to be in that position, especially because Miley Cyrus was once a new female artist herself that also went through a bunch of controversies, let's remember. So it's really valid that she went off and defended Chappell Roan after all, and I believe that Miley really knows how it feels, especially to just be in a position where you feel like you have to be giving explanations to everybody, because of what you do and because of what you decide to do and this and that. Because basically Chaperone is like in that situation right now where she just wants to be giving explanations on the stuff that she does and the stuff that she thinks she wants to do and this and that, all because of the people that have been so cruel to her and after her like crazy, which to me is so freaking unfair. So anyway, Chaperone, you need to be yourself. You need to continue to be yourself in order to prove all of these people that you are yourself and that you only dominate yourself, period. All right, now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Kristin Cavallari. So Kristin Cavallari may have slept with the major movie star because her friend shouted out she and Jason Statham hooked up in a viral video trend. All right, so here's the deal. Kristin Cavallari and her longtime pal Justin Anderson participated in the suspect trend on social media, the video trend where friends yell out "suspect is," followed by brutally honest, often hilarious facts about one another. So Kristin and Justin's is no different, with the two trading barbs, including one where Justin says suspect's hottest hookup that she's never told anyone about was with Jason Statham. Pretty cut and dry here. Justin's saying Kristin and Jason did the deed, though to be fair, he yells it out during a video trend that's supposed to be funny. Alright, so worth noting though, Kristin and Jason were romantically linked way back in the day before she even married Jay Cutler, so it's not outside the realm of possibility. Alright, so speaking of Cutler, Anderson seemingly fired a shot at the former Bears QB in the clip too, saying Kristin has turned all of her ex-boyfriends into alcoholics. Remember, Cutler was arrested just last month on DUI and gun charges. Okay. Well, this is really odd to hear because I believe that Kristin Cavallari is also the same girl that was just dating Mark Estes not so long ago, and they only lasted for like about 7 months because of the fact that they had a huge age difference. Now, I think that Kristin is just here fooling around with guys here and there just to be having fun and just to be, you know, showing off that she is the hot girl and that she is the thirst trap to a bunch of guys out there. And I mean, that's just not so good in my opinion. I mean, Kristin Cavallari should just, you know, calm down and she should just, you know, focus on better things and, you know, maybe just be friends with guys that she meets here and there and that's it, and not have anything dirty with any of the guys that she's with. I mean, at the next point, we're going to find out that she be getting these STDs by all these men that she be sleeping with because of the fact that it's just insane the amount of men that she's been hooking up with at this point. And it's just so darn weird, and it's so darn funny, by the way, that now this is being talked about shortly after her breakup with Mark Estes. Like, Jesus, I just thought that Kristin Cavallari was going to calm down and she was just going to focus just on her self, and that's it. But no, apparently things can be very wild at times when it comes to breaking up with your own boo, and by wild I mean super wild, and it's just so darn weird at the same time. But anywho, this is just very embarrassing at the same time that she's also a trend on social media because of the fact that she's being suspected to be in some type of trend with her pal Justin Anderson, and that she is also being said to be hooking up with Jason Statham as well, and this and that. Yeah, no, very embarrassing, just very embarrassing. I would leave social media if I were Kristin Cavallari. I would leave immediately and not return, okay? Just saying. But anyways, that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's lovely episode of The Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.